Okay, today we will start from the first question of experiment 4, and experiment 4 is related to loops. So all of you have learned that there are two kinds of loops. One is the for loop. So the one is the for loop which you have studied, and the other one is while loop. So there are two kinds of loops, two main kinds of loops used in C language and in Python language. There is another kind of loop. कोई बता सकता है C language में there is another type of loop which we don't use normally. Can anyone tell me?
सर do while loop.
Do
सर
while
do while.
जी बिल्कुल सही कहा आपने. Do while loop.
Do while.
Do while loop is another type of loop in C programming, but we don't normally use it. ये किसी किसी circumstances में use किया जाता है. Okay. Okay, in the very first question, you have to determine the output of the program given over here without using computer, and so this is the program given. You have to determine the output without using computer. So it's pretty straightforward. Try to determine its output without using computer. Okay. This question has two parts. In the second part, again, you have to determine its output. And maybe one new thing which you can see over here is that we have used another initializer, k is equal to 0, and we have incremented it by k++. So normally you have seen only one initializer, one condition, and one increment variable. In this for loop, there are two initializers. There are two variables initialized to value 0. There is one condition, and there are two the values or two variables whose values are to be incremented by 1. And the second new thing which might be new for you people is that inside this for loop no statements are written except for the semicolon. So try to determine its output, try to search over the internet, try to search through the books what is the meaning of semicolon uh, when it is placed solely inside the for loop. जब किसी सेमीकोलन को सिर्फ सेमीकोलन को लिखा जाता है लूप के अंदर तो उसका मतलब क्या है, क्या लूप चलेगा नहीं चलेगा. ट्राई टू डिटरमिन दिस योरसेल्फ. ओके, यहाँ पे अजान का टाइम हुआ चाहता है तो अजान की ब्रेक है, उसके बाद हम स्टार्ट करेंगे. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड इंग्लिश और उर्दू? इंग्लिश. यू आर फ्रॉम?
Okay.
ओके. Okay, let's start. So in first question, part A and B, you have to determine the output without using the computer. So can you people hear me clearly? क्या आप लोगों को मेरी आवाज क्लियर सुनाई दे रही है?
Yes sir.
चले, अगर आवाज क्लियर ना हो या कोई बैकग्राउंड नॉइज ज्यादा हो तो मुझे बता दीजिएगा. Okay, in question number 2, flow chart is given and you have to convert this flow chart into C code. You have to convert this flow chart into C code. So I will ask from any one of you that what is the meaning of rectangular box, roll number 92. Roll number 92, are you present? What is the meaning of this rectangular box present over here? What does this show? I told you people last time. What is the meaning of this rectangular box? Roll number 153. What is the meaning of the rectangular box? Roll number 176. चले रोल नंबर 32 आप ही बता दो.
सर नाम सर इसका याद नहीं आ रहा सर. एक्शन ब्लॉक था.
ओके चले रोल नंबर 1 चले आप ही बता दें. What is the meaning of rectangular box? Roll number 1. Roll number 101.
An action.
An action. Very good. So rectangular box represents the action to be performed by the computer or by the CPU. Whereas, what is the meaning of this diamond? Diamond shape. Diamond shaped symbol. What is the meaning of this diamond shaped symbol? Roll number 102. 102 नहीं है. Roll number 104. What is the meaning of
Making.
diamond shaped symbol? क्या मतलब है इसका?
Decision.
Decision. बिल्कुल सही कहा आपने. This represents the अपना माइक म्यूट कर दीजिएगा. So diamond shaped symbol represents the decision to be taken by the computer in order to move forward. Okay, so the diamond symbol represents the decision to be taken by the computer in order to move forward. So F means false. If the condition is false, then you have to go back. And if the condition is true, then you have to print this message. Clear? So this program is related to username, password type of thing. And you have to follow this flowchart in order to implement this program. And try to do it yourself. If you have any problem, you can ask me later on. Okay, in question number 3, you have to complete the program so that this program calculates the power of an integer. So say for example, you ask the user to enter 5 and then you ask the user to enter integer 3. The program should calculate the power of 5 which is 5 to the power of 3, sorry. So the 5 to the power of 3 is 125. So 5 to the power of 3 is equal to 125. You have to multiply 5 3 times. 5 into 5 into 5. Similarly, if the user enters the first integer as say 3 and the second integer as say 3, so the program should calculate 3 raised to the power 3, which is 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3, and this is equal to 27. And the third line should display the answer. 3 to the power of 3 is 27. In this program, you are allowed to change only line number 14, line number 20, and the state, and you can add 1 or 2 statements within the while loop. No need to change line number 16, and rest of the lines are to remain the same. No need to change them as well. Line number 14, line number 20, and you have to add some maybe 1 or 2 statements within the while loop to implement this program correctly. In part B, you have to implement the same program, you have to get the same output, but using for loop. So instead of using while loop, you have to use for loop over here. So what should be written in as arguments of the for loop? What should be written over here? What should be written over here? So that you get the same output as in part A. So if you have any problem, you can ask. किसी को कोई problem है? Question number 3 में. Any problem in question number 3? चलो ठीक है. Okay, in question number 4, you have to write a program to print an inverted pyramid. Inverted pyramid. So inverted pyramid means inverted triangle. But this triangle consists of statics. So it should have 3 rows. This pyramid should have 3 rows. This is the first row. The first row contains 5 statics. This is the second row. The second row contains 1 space and 3 statics. And this is the third row. The third row contains 2 spaces and 1 static. So you have to print an inverted pyramid or inverted triangle using nested for loops. Okay, in order to do question number 4, in order to solve question number 4, refer to my video. On diamond printing. In the last semester. ITC lab. You people might remember that I have uploaded a video in which I explained in detail how to print a diamond. So if you watch that video very carefully, just before the generalization part, don't go through the generalization part. Just watch the video before the generalization part. Watch that video before generalization portion. So if you watch it very carefully, then you will be able to print this inverted pyramid very easily. And you have to print only 3 rows. I did not ask you to generalize this code. We will generalize this code later in experiment number 5. Similarly, in part B, you have to print a triangle, or you have to print a pyramid of 3 rows. And in this pyramid, there are 2 spaces and 1 static in the first row. Similarly, in the second row, there is 1 space and 3 statics in the second row, and in the third row there are no spaces and 5 statics in the third row. And again, you have to use nested for loops in this case. And in the last question, you have to combine and modify the codes written in part A and B to print the R glass. ये R glass का पता है सबको? किस को नहीं पता R glass के बारे में? R glass, you can say it is a setup which looks something like this. And in the old olden days, or maybe you can say 100 years back, 150 years back, people used to use such a setup to keep track of the time. Keep track of the time. They used to fill this setup or glass with sand, and that sand indicates the amount of time that has passed. Clear? So hourglass. So you have to print this hourglass, and this hourglass contains 5 rows. Row number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if you understand part A and B and do part A and B yourself, then you would be able to do part C very easily. Just you have to change some things, some variables, some numbers, and this hourglass will be printed at the output. In part D, you have to draw a flow chart for each and every part of the question. For part A, for part B, and for part C. So there are 3 codes present in question number 4. So you have to draw 3 flow charts. You have to draw 3 flow charts in part D. 3 flow charts correspond to flow chart for part A, flow chart for part B, and flow chart for part C. Now is test time. Okay, roll number 30, roll number 30. Roll number 30. Can you hear me? Roll number 30. आवाज नहीं आ रही. चलें. आ रही आवाज. अच्छा. Can you tell me what did I explain in question number 4, part A? Question number 4, part A.
सर वो सवाल मैं सुन रहा था वैसे.
क्या?
सवाल जरा दिखा दें.
सवाल दिखा दें. तो अभी आपने सवाल नहीं देखा?
नहीं देखा था.
अच्छा, ये सवाल है. क्या एक्सप्लेन किया?
इन्वर्टेड पिरामिड.
अच्छा, चलो ठीक है. अच्छा, रोल नंबर 4. रोल नंबर 4. रोल
सर
नंबर.
आपने
What did I explain in part C of question number 4?
सर आप क्वेश्चन एक बार दिखा देंगे फिर मैं बता दूं क्योंकि मुझे पार्ट्स तो नहीं आता.
अच्छा, ये ले. आप बताएं.
हाँ सर आपने कहा कि हमने एक कोड बनाना जिससे हमने इस तरह से कोडिंग करनी है कि एक जो आउटपुट आए स्टैटिक्स का वो एक आर ग्लास से रिजेंबल करे और इसके अंदर सिर्फ हमें 2 चेंजेस करनी कुछ चेंजेस करनी है जो हमने ऊपर 2 पार्ट्स पढ़े हैं उनको मिक्स करके हमने ये बनाना है.
ठीक है. चलें, ठीक है.
इसका कोड लिखना है.
ठीक है, सही है. ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच. ओके, now let's start with the fun part of the experiment. And whenever microcontroller comes, be it in the experiment or in the theory, it really excites me a lot. So question number 5, part A, you have to run the following code. Run this code in Arduino microcontroller and check its output and understand each and every line of the code. Try to understand what is the meaning of setup. Try to understand and implement this line. DDRB is equal to B. Similarly, try to understand and implement this line, this line, this line, this line. So whenever you are given a code and you are asked to determine its output, try to go through each and every line very carefully. Try to understand the meaning of that line. Without understanding the meaning, you will not be able to determine the output. One way of developing good coding ability is to determine the output of any given program. One way of developing coding skills is to determine the output of any given program. Remember this thing, clear? And also this is an art. This is an art. If you properly determine the output of a given program, you have developed a good skill within yourself. So try to determine the outputs of various programs present on the internet or in the book, textbook, or in the slides, wherever present. Okay, so a couple of things are new for you people today. For example, DDRB is equal to B 111111. 6 times this one has been written. So what is the meaning of DDRB? So what is the meaning of this line? DDRB is equal to B111. Okay, say for example, if I tell you people to switch on 6 LEDs. Switch on 6 LEDs using Arduino. Using Arduino microcontroller. So the extent of knowledge which you people have right now, by using that knowledge, what would you do? You would define 6 variables: integer, variable 1, variable 2, variable 3, so on up to variable 6. And in these 6 variables, you will store the pin number. Say pin number 1, pin number 2, pin number 3, and pin number 6 of Arduino microcontroller. Right? Am I right? क्या आप लोग यही करेंगे ना?
Yes, sir.
बिल्कुल, ठीक है ना? So you would do something like this. You would define 6 variables. You would store 6 numbers in that variable, and then in the void loop part, you would write digital write v1 comma high. Similarly, you would write same statement for the second time, digital write v2 high, and so on. You will repeat this procedure 6 times. Digital write v6 high, and by doing so, all the 6 LEDs connected to pin number 1 up to 6 will be turned on. Now you can see that this is a pretty lengthy program. It's a pretty big program, and one way to reduce the size of this program is to convert these 6 lines into one line. And how to do that? Just simply write DDRB or DDRC. This could be any of A, B, C, D. It could be DDRA, it could be DDRB, it could be DDRC, depending on the microcontroller you are using or depending on the port to which the LED is connected. So in the circuit diagram, you can see in the circuit diagram, this LED is connected to port B. Can you see this B? This B over here, PB0. So this LED is connected to port B. That is why I will write, due to this reason, I will write DDRB, B over here. This will be B. If this LED is connected to pin number 7, then look carefully, this pin 7, the name of this pin 7 is PD7, port D7. This stands for port, and this is the alphabet of the port. This is the alphabet of the port. It can be A, it can be B, it can be C, it can be D. Now, right over here in this case, the alphabet is D. So since the alphabet is D, I will write DDRD over here if LED is connected to pin number 7. Clear? But for the time being, LED is connected to port B, pin number 10, and pin number 10 is PB2, port B2. So I will write DDRB over here. Then you have to put an equal sign. And after putting the equal sign, after inserting the equal sign, what you will do? So D R B is equal to B, capital B. B, capital B stands for binary. Binary number. The number which will come after this capital B will be considered as binary number. So this 1 1 1 1 1, they all are binary numbers. They are not in decimal system. So DDRB is equal to B, and if you write 1 1 1, say for example if I write 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 2 3 4 5 6. So 1 means output pin, and 0 means input pin. So this one corresponds to pin number. See over here, in port B there are 6 pins. Pin 1, pin 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the port B has 6 pins. Pin number 1, pin number 2, pin number 3, pin number 4, pin number 5, pin number 6. And the original pin numbers are 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There are 6 pins over here. That is why there are 6 digits. 6 digits over here. Digit number 1, digit number 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. The first digit starts from the right side, not from the left side. So this is the last digit. The last digit corresponds to the last pin, and the last pin is, कोई बता सकता है what is the last pin? What is the number of the last pin?
13.
13. बिल्कुल सही कहा आपने. So the last digit in this expression corresponds to pin number 13, whereas the first digit corresponds to pin number. Hanji. So the first pin of port B. The first pin of port B. What is the number of the first pin of port B?
8.
8. बिल्कुल सही कहा आपने. So the first pin of port B is 8. So the first digit will correspond to pin number 8. In other words, you are instructing the microcontroller to make pin 8 as output pin. To consider pin 8 to make pin number 8 as output pin. Similarly, this digit corresponds to which pin number? Pin number 9. So you are asking the microcontroller to make pin 9 as output pin. Make pin 10, pin 11, pin 12, pin 13. Make all these pins output pins. All of these pins are responsible to supply the current or supply the electricity to the LED so that LED turns on or off. This is what you are telling the computer to do. This is what you are instructing the computer to do. Clear? And in other words, if you want to assign a pin as input pin, say for example I want to assign pin number 13 as input pin, then I would write 0 1 1 1 1 1 1 2 3 4 5 6. So pin number 13 is 0. Pin number 13 is 0. It means that this pin has been assigned as input pin. This pin has been made to operate as input pin. It will act as input pin. You can connect any switch, any push button, so that it can sense it and do any task accordingly. So if you want to set any pin as output pin, you have to write 1, and if you want to set any pin as input pin, you have to write 0 along with this command ddrb. So instead of writing these 6 lines, 1 2 3 6, these 6 lines could be written in a single line using ddrb is equal to B, capital B, 1 1 1 1 1 1, and 1 means output pin. Okay, Q&A time. Roll number 54.
Yes, sir.
Why did we use ddrb? Roll number 54. Why did we use ddrb? What is the advantage of using ddrb? चले नहीं आता. चले रोल नंबर 55 बता दें. रोल नंबर 55. रोल नंबर 58.
इसलिए कि हम लोग दोनों सारी वैल्यूज एक लाइन में प्रिंट लिख सकें.
बिल्कुल सही. हाँ, बिल्कुल सही कहा आपने. We don't want to write such a lengthy code. It's a pretty big code. We want to convert it into a single line. That's the reason. वरना काम इस तरह से भी तो चल सकता था आराम से. आप ये पूरा कोड लिखते तो 6 के 6 LEDs जो है वो ऑन हो जाती. But we want to shorten the code. We want to make our life simple. We want to save our time. We want to save our energy. So that is why I have used ddrb command. Okay. Now the next thing is how to turn. What is the meaning of this line? Port B is equal to B000100. You have to remember that in this line you are instructing the computer to set pin number. This is pin number 13 of port B. This is pin number 12 of port B. This is pin number 11. This is pin number 10. Set pin 10, pin number 10 as high. High means 5 volt. So you are instructing the computer to set this pin number 10, this pin number 10 high, H or 5 volt. So when 5 volt will appear at this point, what will happen? There is ground at this point. There is a potential difference across these 2 points. what will happen? A current will start to flow from left to right, and this LED will turn on. This LED will turn on. So basically, you are instructing the computer to turn the LED at pin number 10 on. Clear? So instead of writing digital write, I have just used one command to turn the LED at pin number 10 on. You could have written digital write bracket pin number 10 high. You could have written this. Alternate way is to write this. The alternate way is to write this. Clear? When you will do task number C of question number 5, then you would realize the merits of using this type of programming, of using port B, DDRB, and so on. For the time being, you might be wondering, why are we studying two alternate methods of turning the LED on? One method is to use port B, one method is to use digital write. Okay, can anyone tell me what are we instructing the computer to do over here? What are we instructing the computer to do over here?
सर लो पे कर देनी सारी LED.
In this line, we are instructing the computer to set all the pins, pin number 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, set all the pins to be low. So this pin will be low, 0 volt will be applied over here, 0 volt is over here, 0 volt is over here, no current will flow from left to right, and this LED will turn off. So basically in this line, we are instructing the computer to turn LED at pin 10 off, to turn it off. हम सारी पिन्स को एक्सेस कर रहे हैं, लेकिन सिर्फ पिन नंबर 10 पे LED लगी हुई है, सो वो LED जो है वो ऑफ हो जाएगी. 0 volts will be applied at all the pins from pin number 8 to pin number 13. 0 volts will be applied at all the pins. 0 volts will be applied over here. 0 volt, 0 volt, 0 volt, 0 volt, 0 volt, 0 volt. And this LED will turn off. Okay, now carefully look at this program, and can anyone tell me what are we doing over here? What is happening over here? Consider this for loop, consider this. What is happening? Can anyone tell me?
सर लाइट पहले ऑन होगी, फिर डिले आएगा 1000 मिली या माइक्रोसेकंड है मेरे ख्याल से, फिर ऑफ हो जाएगी, फिर ये 3 दफा रिपीट होगा.
अच्छा, चलो कोई और बता सकता है? गर्ल्स में से कोई बता सकता है? गर्ल्स में से anyone from female students? कोई तो बता दो, या मैं खुद पूछ लूं. अच्छा, रोल नंबर चलें जी, रोल नंबर 9 आप बता दो. रोल नंबर 9, रोल नंबर 9 है यहाँ पे? रोल नंबर 9, या चले रोल नंबर 107 आप बता दें. रोल नंबर 107. रोल नंबर 107 नहीं है. रोल नंबर 108. roll number 108. नहीं है, कोई भी नहीं है। रोल नंबर चले 105, आप बता दें 105। यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? यहाँ पे
सर एलईडी 10 को पहले हम ऑन कर रहे हैं, उसको एज आउटपुट पिन रख रहे हैं, फिर डिले आ रहे हैं, एंड देन एलईडी 10 को हम एज इनपुट कर रहे हैं, मतलब ऑफ कर रहे हैं, उसको लो दे रहे हैं, नो करंट।
अच्छा, मतलब ओवरऑल हो क्या रहा है? मतलब अगर कोई आपसे पूछे क्या हो रहा है?
सर पहले एलईडी ऑन होएगी एंड देन आफ्टर सम टाइम वो ऑफ हो जाएगी।
ऑफ हो जाएगी, बिल्कुल सही कहा। और ये अमल कितनी दफा दोहराया जाएगा? इस अमल को कितनी दफा
थ्री
दोहराया
टाइम।
जाएगा? हाँ, बिल्कुल सही कहा, 2 So now I will show you people the output of the program, and exactly the same output should be achieved by you people. So 22346, 22346, this is the number 22346. 22346 is over here. .elf, open, OK, and now watch the output carefully. Play the program. 1, 2 and 3. After turning on and off 3 times, there will be a delay of 3 seconds, and then again it will repeat the procedure. 1, 2, 3. Now there will be a delay of 3 to 5 seconds, and then again it will start to blink. 1, 2, 3. So the LED remains on for how many seconds? The LED remains on for नहीं, कंट्रोल सिस्टम लैब वो उधर है। Okay, so the LED will remain on for 1000. Delay of 1000 means delay 1000. Let me clear up this mess. So delay 1000 means that introduce a delay of 1000 milliseconds. So 1000 millisecond is equal to 1 second. So 1000 means 1 second delay. So LED will turn on for 1 second, and then LED will turn off for 1 second. So LED will turn on 1 second, LED will turn off 1 second. Again 1 second on, 1 second off. Again 1 second on, and then 1 second off. After repeating this procedure for 3 times, LED will remain off for additional how many seconds?
3 seconds, sir.
3 seconds.
3 seconds. 3000 milliseconds. 3000 milliseconds is equal to 3 seconds. So the longest delay in the off time, the longest off time will be of how much time duration? A total of 4 second time duration. 4 second. मैंने कहा था ना 3 से 5 second के दौरान एक लंबा time delay आएगा जिसमें वो off रहेगी LED. तो वो 4 second की delay. So delay means introduce a delay. Wait for, you are instructing the computer to wait for 1 second. before doing the next task. Wait for 3 seconds before implementing this for loop again. So this is the meaning of delay. You have to keep these things in mind. This void loop will force the computer to come back again over here and implement this for loop again. So this process will repeat on and on and on and on unless and until the power supply is not switched off, which is powering up the microcontroller. Clear? So I hope you people have understood what I have explained. So DDRB is the new concept, and port B is the new concept over here, and delay is also another new concept over here, which I have explained in greater detail and depth. Last time I explained when the LED will turn on, when the LED will turn off, how 5 volt will appear, how 0 volt will appear. I've explained each and everything last time in the last experiment. Okay, so in part B, you have to modify the code in part A so that LED at pin 7. Now the LED is connected to pin 7 over here. So LED is connected to pin 7. So modify that code so that LED at pin 7 turns on and off 5 times. In the previous question, the LED turned on and off 3 times. But in this question, you have to turn on and off the LED 5 times. And the LED should remain in on or off state for 0.5 seconds. In the previous question, the LED remained in on or off state for how many seconds?
1 second, sir.
1 second.
1 second. 1 second. बिल्कुल सही कहा. And before repeating the whole process again, there should be a delay of 3 seconds. And in the previous question, how many second delay was there before the for loop started?
3 seconds.
3
3
seconds.
seconds. उधर भी 3 सेकंड था, इधर भी कितना? No, 4 सेकंड नहीं, 3 सेकंड. ये देखें ना, ये 3000 है. ठीक है, so there was a delay of 3 seconds before the for loop started again, before the next iteration, before the next cycle of the for loop. So there was a delay of 3 seconds, and in this part you have to again introduce a delay of 3 seconds. You have to introduce a delay of 3 seconds. Clear? So you have to modify the above code. The above code will be used, and let's come towards the last question, which is a bit difficult question to implement. So write a program to run Arduino microcontroller so that each LED turns on and off in a sequence.
Sir, record.
So this is the circuit which we have to
Record theory.
use. Okay, this is the circuit which you have to use, and in this question you have to turn on and off each one of these LEDs. So first this LED will turn on for maybe 0.5 seconds, and then it will turn off. Then turn this LED on and then turn it off. Then turn this LED on and then turn it off. On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. And this process should repeat forever. So this on off process should start when this push button is pressed. Without pressing it, this process should not start. Clear? So this is the push button. अक्सर आपने टॉयज वगैरह में, बच्चों के खिलौनों में या अपने घर में ये पुश बटन देखा होगा, रेडियोस के ऊपर या टीवी के ऊपर या लैपटॉप्स के ऊपर. ठीक है, वो पुश बटन होता है जिसको आप दबाते हैं, वो प्रेस हो जाता है, और जब छोड़ते हैं तो ये वापस अपनी ओरिजिनल हालत में ये बटन वापस आ जाता है. तो दिस टाइप ऑफ बटन इज कॉल्ड पुश बटन. This you will study in greater detail in workshop lab, or maybe in circuits lab. I will not explain about the push button. So when this push button is turned on, each LED each of these 7 LEDs should turn on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. And each LED should turn on for 1 second and turn off for 1 second. And there should not be this delay. This delay should not be present. Clear? The on-off process should start when the push button is pressed. LED D6, all the LEDs, LED D6, D7, D8, and so on, all of them should turn on and off for 1 second. Clear? So your program should work like this.
सर रिकॉर्डिंग ऑन कर लें.
Recording on है. Okay, how to burn code, how to download the code into this microcontroller, I will explain again. Open your code. Open the code. Open the code. I will not show the code, this you have to do yourself. Open the code, and a lot of students ask me that they couldn't see the path. If you cannot see the path, go to preferences and click on this option, compilation. Then everything, all the path will be shown to you. Click OK, then go to sketch, verify compile. And after repeating this process, copy paste this path or follow this path. C user UET app data local temp Arduino build 486388. So first of all I have to go to C drive. Go to C drive. C drive is over here. Then you have to go to users. Users के बाद आपने कहाँ जाना है? Users के बाद आपने जाना है UET, फिर app data, UET, application data, local, and then you have to click on temp, TEMP, temp. Where is temp? This is temp. And what is the number? The number is 486388. So 486388. This is the code, 486388. Clear? So go over here, browse this PC, C drive, users, UET, application data, local, temp 486388. Clear? And click on .elf or .hex. Open. OK. Run your program. Run your program. Now you can see that no LED has been turned on by the microcontroller because you did not press this switch button. So press it, and now you can see that the process will start. LED on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. Now to repeat the process again, press this switch button, push button. So you can see that the LED is being turned and off in a sequence. ऐसा नहीं है कि पहले ये वाली LED ऑन हो रही है फिर उसके बाद ये वाली LED ऑन हो रही है. एक सीक्वेंस में ये LED जो है वो ऑन हो रही है. So your program should work in this fashion. Your microcontroller should turn the LEDs on and off in this way. Clear? So क्या ये चीजें आपके अंदर इंटरेस्ट पैदा कर रही हैं?
Yes, sir.
Are these things creating interest within you people, motivating you people to pursue programming in future as well?
Yes, sir.
क्या ये चीजें इंटरेस्ट पैदा कर रही हैं? LED on off. In the future we will try to turn a motor on off or use 7-segment display or use RGB display, and that will create more interest within you people. So try to implement these things. And before wrapping up, I want to explain one thing more. If you have any question up till now, you can ask. Any question? Okay, no question. Okay, then let me explain one more thing and then we can finish this session. Okay, last time in the WhatsApp group I asked you people one question, and the question was what will happen? What will happen if int b is equal to say 3, float c is equal to a divided by b, printf Okay, so last time I asked you people that what will happen if I run this code? What will happen?
1 आएगा आउटपुट से
1.0000.
ये देखिए आंसर क्या है 1.000. हालांकि इसका असल आंसर क्या आना चाहिए था?
1.667.
What should be the original answer?
1.667.
1.667. Yes. So last time I asked you people what is the reason, and the reason is that whenever you divide integer, which is a is an integer. Similarly, you have defined b to be an integer. So whenever you perform an operation on integers, the result will be an integer. Clear? If you multiply, divide, if you divide both the integers, the result will be an integer. So 5 divided by 3 is 1.667, but if you convert it into an integer, if you discard all the digits after the decimal point, all that remains is 1. That is why you see 1.0000 at the output. Now how to solve this problem? One way to solve this problem is to cast it. Write float float within the square brackets and then try to run and see what happens. And now you can see that original answer has appeared at the output 1.666667. So this process is called casting. CASTING, casting. Clear? This process is called casting. Casting means to define a data type within the small brackets for an expression. So for this expression a divided by b, we have defined a data type float because we know that the original answer is a floating number. That is why we casted this integer as float number, and as a result we got the correct answer. Okay, another way to get the correct answer is to just simply write 3.0 in the denominator. So by doing so you can see that, sorry, maybe this will not work right now. Let's see. By doing so, no. Sometimes this also works. Sometimes it doesn't work.
सर ऊपर 5
So
वो लिखेंगे तो
ये देखें 1.6667 जो है वो आ चुका है यहाँ. ठीक है. Just mention 0.0 at the denominator. The compiler will know that the answer should be displayed as floating number and we should not discard any number or any digits after the decimal point. So either use casting or either use this method to solve this problem. ठीक है, clear है? So these are the two methods, and now if you have any question you can ask. This is it for today's session. And yes, that's it. जी. कोई
और
क्वेश्चन है
टास्क 1 में क्वेश्चन है सर, वो जो हमने स्ट्रिंग लेने हैं, वो जो पासवर्ड और यूजर नेम लेना है, तो फिर वो हम यूजर से लेंगे इनपुट या फिर हमने खुद टाइप करना है? और स्ट्रिंग
यूजर से लेना है,
यूजर से स्ट्रिंग को इनपुट के तौर पर लेने का मेथड बता दें, क्योंकि परसेंटेज एस तो
यूजर से आप इस तरह करो ना, अभी आप सिर्फ ए या बी या सी ले लो, चलो ठीक है,
जी
ठीक है,
सर,
अभी स्ट्रिंग ना लेना।
जी सर, वो स्ट्रिंग तो फिर वो और तरीके।
वो स्ट्रिंग में वो अरेज
ठीक
वगैरह
है,
जब आप पढ़ेंगे फिर आप स्ट्रिंग की तरफ।
थैंक यू सर।
So instead of ABC, just take one letter only. Take one letter only from the user. Any other question?
सर इवैल्यूएशन का क्या सीन है?
वैल्यूएशन का सीन ऑन है।
सर
वैल्यूएशन का सीन ये है कि जब आप कैंपस आएंगे तो वैल्यूएशन होगी।
ओके सर,
ठीक है, ओके ठीक है। अगर कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है तो हम इस सेशन को एंड कर देते हैं। सो आप लोग अपना मोबाइल फ़ोन जो है वो ऑन रखिएगा। आई विल ट्राई टू get the feedback from you people related to the lab by calling you people। हो सकता है मैं किसी को फ़ोन करके पूछ लूँ, हाँ जी आपका प्रोग्रेस क्या है इस सब्जेक्ट में, तो व्हाट्सएप कॉल के ज़रिए से आपका फीडबैक जो है वो लिया जाएगा। सो अपना फ़ोन जो है वो आपने ऑन रखना है, ठीक है। सो थैंक यू वेरी मच, अल्लाह हाफिज़, नेक्स्ट टाइम वी विल मीट अगेन।
ओके सर।